In this video, we're going to look at the all-new Arrma Gorgon Grom, unbox it and take a look at it, and then we're going to take it outside to see how wood it is.
We got it! Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have a Gorgon Grom in the house. So these are being announced out today. I'll put links below in the description below if you want to check this out. These are going to come in 3 different colors, and they also have a Quake Grom too. So there'll be links in the description below to both of these, or all 6 of them. There's going to be 2. This is going to come with 3 different body colors, and then so is the Quake, and it comes ready to run. You guys see it does come with a battery and charger with it. Now this is going to be a little bit different, as you guys see there, and I'll open it up and show it to you guys in just a minute. You'll see that the chassis design is a lot different than the standard Groms that Arrma has out there, the Mojave, and then the Typhon, and then the Granite stuff. And I have a Mojave Grom down here. I'm going to show you a size comparison between the 2, but you guys can see the layout for that. And it does have a clipless body too, and Arrma kind of has a video out earlier today when they went brushless on it. You guys see it just shot off when it went brushless. Was kind of funny with it.
Insane, far too much power than you can really deal with in a car. Just look at this.
But anyway, I'm excited that they did this, because this is probably going to be a really good seller for them, in my opinion. And they're going to run you, like I said, about $189, and they're going to be on pre-order, and they'll ship out sometime at the beginning or early of next month. I think it's like the 12th or something like that. But you guys can see there that they come in 3 different colors, which I showed you there as well. So let's go ahead and let's crack this open to see what we have. Now, y'all, I did kind of cheat. I did look at this earlier. So look at this thing. I think this thing is beautiful. Look at those matching tires and wheels for this, especially those wheels to go with that gold. They don't have a Gorgon that's this size that matches this color there. And let me go ahead and get the rest of this out real quick. So like I said, it does come with everything you need to get this running. It does come with one of the Spectrum radios and stuff too. But look at that. That's kind of cute and kind of cool that matches that right there as well with that. And the suspension setup and everything is going to be great for this vehicle. Now, before I go into a little bit of detail about this, I do want to show you guys a side-by-side comparison to a Mojave, so you guys know how big this is. So there is going to be the Mojave. You guys can see the size comparison there. The Mojave is going to have a little bit longer wheelbase and set a little bit wider as well. But I just wanted to at least show this to you guys so you can see the side-by-side comparisons between the 2, so that you know basically roughly what size this is going to be. So it's going to be interesting to get this out and get this running. I probably will never go brushless on this. Brushless is going to be too much. I think it'll be fine being brushed, in my opinion. Being this high center of gravity chassis and stuff they have for it. They even try to put a little detail on the side with that. Now this does come with a clipless body. It's just a little button there on the back, and then it's a little latch underneath it there, and this body just kind of pops right off, and you guys see this body right here. So I'm pretty sure people will be getting the different color bodies and tires and wheels and stuff for it. But that's a look at the layout of this. So I like it that the layout is completely different. So they didn't just take a Granite and just put a Gorgon body or a Quake body on it. They did do a lot things different with the chassis design of this, and I like it that they even match the springs on the shocks to the colors of the different bodies that they offer. So that's a good thing too. I think, like I said, the suspension setup should be fine and good for what we're going to be doing with this and taking this out and running it. Now this is 2S only, like I said, it does come with the battery and stuff, and you can bind this receiver, ESC receiver combo, up to other radio stuff. So I'll put a link in the description below too, if you want to do that and have another radio that's bound up to, so you don't have several different radios. For me personally, I like having different radios for the different vehicles. So anyway, I'm not going to go too in depth on this. I want to get this out and I want to get this running. It does come with, of course, the wheelie bar. The wheelie bar, from what I'm seeing here, is not adjustable, but it should be fine for when you're actually going out there jumping and riding wheelies down the street. So let me get this battery charged up and let's take this out and let's have some fun. Run.
right, y'all, out here with the first run of this. Like I said, I'm not worried about a speed test. This is probably about 25 miles per hour out the box, which is fine for me. Get a couple of jumps in, and then I'm actually gonna take it off road. Look at that, jumps good. I think he jumps better than his older brother. You know we're gonna do a battle at some point in time. I'll get the bigger one out and compare it to the smaller one and get him out and run. Look at that. That's gonna do pretty well over at the skate park. I don't wanna do the skate park, but I know you guys wanna see it, so if you wanna see a skate park video, you know, put down in the comments, just put skate park, and I'll take us to the skate park. If I get at least 15 comments that says skate park, individual comments, that's nice. I'll take this over to the skate park and go ahead and bust this body up. All right, let's test them off road. Oh, first flip. At least we flipped over here on the concrete. I mean on the grass and the dirt, not on the concrete. Let's see how he does. Not bad at all. I'm going about a quarter throttle over that too. That's not doing bad at all, y'all. All right, let's take this full throttle. Let's see if we can do a good jump going this way. The response is actually pretty good. You guys are probably wondering how this is comparing to other vehicles that are gonna be this scale. And the response is actually good. I don't feel, I can say with some of the other smaller scale vehicles from other companies, sometimes it's a little slow with the response and the steering servo in it, but I think since this is brushed too, that this is gonna be perfectly fine. All right, yeah, I know we're gonna go over here for a minute. I might as well take him to the skate park, so I'm taking him over here in this sand, which I probably shouldn't do, but I wanna see how he performs over here. It's about to rain too, so. Look at that. He's not doing bad at all. I'm doing this to kind of test the suspension. Got some little drift going on. All right, y'all, so Arrma has got another hit. I'm gonna have to put me a pre-order in for a Quake because I got a purple Quake and I love that truck, and the Quake is gonna be 4-wheel drive. I don't know if the tires are a little bit bigger than this. They probably are. But it's going to be interesting to get this out, so I have to look at some other videos that are probably out there right now of the Quake running. Because it's going to be good to have both of these in the arsenal. Look at this go. So if you don't have a mini car and you want to get one, this is gonna be a good recommendation for that. I'm gonna do something a little bit crazy, y'all. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get that ramp, I'm gonna set it up there to see if we can do like a double backflip or at least one backflip. All right, that's set up there pretty high. I doubt we'll be able to do it. Oh, he almost did like a double in the air. Let me try that again. If I could land a double with this up in the air, a double backflip. Oh, we almost had it. We're gonna try it one more time. This is not the perfect angle for this, but I think if I can get it just right, we might be able to. We got it. That's what I was trying to do. Get at least one of those in. Look at this thing handle though. I'm actually impressed with it being such a high center of gravity. Wow. And you guys know I'm gonna creep crawl through this even though this isn't a crawler. Kind of wonder why Arrma hasn't tried their hand at that yet, but they got axial and stuff with Horizon for that. That's where you would need some of those locking diffs in there. Let's see if we can get up here. There we go. Wouldn't it be cool to make this into some type of crawler? I'm pretty sure somebody will figure that out at some point in time. All right, we're gonna do what the Gorgon's meant to do. Fire right into the bush. All right, y'all, I'm gonna enjoy this a little bit more out here before it starts to rain and stuff, but that's gonna be the first run of this. If you guys wanna see a skate park video, put it down in the comments. Like I said, I gotta get 12 to 15 comments and then I'll go ahead and take it over to the skate park. It shouldn't be that bad as far as busting a bio because it's landing and jumping pretty good from what you guys saw there. But anyway, there's links below in the description to this one and then also the Quake as well. And I'll try to pin a comment at the very top as well if you want to support the channel. Of course, it is an affiliate link. You guys know this, so it does help support the channel. And then I post some stuff out there in the community post. And if you haven't followed me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram because I'll start posting a lot more out there as well. And I'll probably start doing more giveaways on Instagram as well. So, and don't forget to like, subscribe, stay tuned for the next video. Appreciate you guys watching.